Welcome to the Knightwatch. As of this day, this is the current state of the hollowing that grips our world. The sickness spread through entertainment has nearly taken complete hold. Only our noble chained king can turn it back by watching great movies. But every bad movie strengthens the hollowing's grip, and nowadays, there seem to be more bad movies than good. Our duty as the Knightwatch is to bring movies before the king, so he may judge them in the hope that his will can turn back the hollowing. Today, the king has passed judgment upon The Long Walk, a 2025 dystopian film based upon the book written by Stephen King under his pseudonym Richard Bachman. Will his verdict weaken the hollowing that threatens our world, or will the curse hold fast? Let's find out. In a broken America recovering from a second civil war, 50 young men enter an annual endurance contest built around one merciless rule: keep walking or die. The Long Walk turns that brutally simple premise into an engrossing dystopian survival story, finding its greatest strength not merely in the competition itself, but in the people forced to keep moving through it. Being one of Stephen King's non-horror books, this story is more disturbing than scary. Young men, forced to walk hundreds of miles without stopping, the consequences for doing so are unimaginable. What they have to endure, most people could not. With the tale now behind us, we turn to the king's judgment, rendered through his chosen marks. Directing: Francis Lawrence handles the material with firm control. A film built around people walking for enormous stretches of time presents an obvious challenge, yet his direction keeps the contest active rather than static. The repetitive nature of the setting occasionally limits how visually inventive the staging can become, but Lawrence consistently serves the story and its mounting tension. Writing: J.T. Malner's screenplay gives the walkers room to talk, argue, bond, and reveal themselves while the competition continually presses forward. The dialogue performs important character work and prevents the film from becoming little more than a succession of eliminations. Some exchanges can be more direct than necessary, but the writing remains strong enough to sustain both the characters and the premise. Story: This is where The Long Walk reaches exceptional territory. The concept is horrifyingly straightforward: 50 contestants, no finish line, and one survivor. From that foundation comes a story filled with tension, friendship, desperation, and the constant knowledge that every participant except one is doomed. Its simplicity is not a weakness. It is precisely what gives the story its power. Casting: The ensemble fits the material well. Cooper Hoffman carries Raymond Garrity, while David Johnson gives Peter McVrees a strong presence beside him, and Mark Hamill provides the major with the authority the role demands. Across the larger group of walkers, the casting succeeds in making the contestants feel like individuals rather than interchangeable bodies on the road. Acting: The performances keep the increasingly extreme circumstances grounded. Hoffman and Johnson anchor the film emotionally, while the supporting cast gives the other walkers enough personality to make their presence matter. The acting remains convincing without turning every dramatic moment into a showcase. The acting from some is too convincing, while from others is not convincing enough, which leads to the lowered score. Characters: Garrity and McVrees form the heart of the film, but The Long Walk understands that the competition becomes more meaningful when the audience knows the men trapped inside it. Stebbins, Baker, Barkovich, Olsen, and the others bring different personalities and attitudes to the road, allowing friendships, rivalries, and conflicts to develop naturally under impossible circumstances. Environment: The setting does a great deal of storytelling. The seemingly endless roads and worn-down landscape reinforce the exhaustion of the walk, while the militarized America surrounding the contestants gives the competition its oppressive character. The environment remains deliberately bleak, making the road itself feel like part of the punishment. Costumes: The clothing fits both the contestants and the austere society around them. Nothing feels needlessly elaborate or distracting. The understated approach maintains the grounded atmosphere and allows the physical deterioration of the walkers to become increasingly visible as the contest continues. Cinematography: Joe Willems finds impressive visual interest within deliberately repetitive geography. Roads, faces, Groups of walkers and the machinery surrounding them are framed with enough variety to keep the central action visually engaging. The photography also captures the exposed, nowhere-to-hide quality of the competition exceptionally well. Music. Jeremiah Freight's score complements the film without overpowering it. It supports both the tension and the quieter character moments, giving the journey additional weight while allowing the relentless nature of the competition to remain at the center of the experience. Sound design. Footsteps, breathing, movement, and the surrounding military presence become essential parts of the film. The soundscape sells the growing physical strain of the contest and makes the road increasingly oppressive as exhaustion takes hold. Film editing. Mark Yoshikawa's editing holds together a film whose basic physical action changes very little. Conversations, mounting exhaustion, and shifts among the contestants flow cleanly, keeping the audience oriented while maintaining the pressure of an event that never truly stops. Pacing. Remarkably, the long walk rarely feels like one. The film takes a premise built around continuous walking and gives it exceptional momentum. Character development, conversation, tension, and elimination arrive without bringing the journey to a halt. For a story structured around relentless repetition, maintaining this level of momentum is one of the film's greatest achievements. Enjoyment. For material this grim, the film is remarkably compelling. Enjoyment does not necessarily mean comfort here. Much of its appeal comes from becoming completely drawn into the contest, its characters, and the uncertainty surrounding how far each man can continue. No matter what you may think of him, Stephen King has a way of turning something very mundane into something compelling. The trick is whether the film writers can pull it off or not. In this case, our chained sovereign felt they did. Rewatch. Perhaps one of the film's more impressive accomplishments is that such an intentionally punishing premise still invites another viewing. Knowing the nature of the contest does not erase the strength of the characters, atmosphere, or journey. There is enough beyond the basic question of survival to make returning to the road worthwhile. The Long Walk takes an almost dangerously simple idea and proves how much can be built upon it. Its direction, writing, performances, and technical craft remain consistently strong, while its characters and oppressive environment give the competition meaning beyond its brutality. Above everything else, an exceptional story and superb pacing ensure that a movie about walking never feels as though it is standing still. Final judgment. Honor of the crown. The Long Walk earns the crown through remarkable consistency. Nearly every element operates at an excellent level, while its story and pacing rise into legendary territory. It may not achieve that same distinction in every category, but its character, atmosphere, and relentless momentum make this a bleak journey that proves well worth walking. And with this judgment, the hollowing thankfully once again recedes. The King's will pushes back the curse that much more, and we are grateful for his effort. The next movie he watches may not be as good as this one. Thank you for your attendance today. Until the Knightwatch brings the next film before the King, this judgment stands. If you wish to join the Knightwatch, like this judgment, subscribe to the order to be summoned when the next film is brought before the King, and leave a comment so the King may know his verdict has been heard. Every watcher helps us break the Hollowing's curse.